McLarens are catching on fire, and I think I know why. Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. So as I mentioned there, some of you have probably heard about this, but there have been a few McLarens that have caught fire. I've seen at least two Sennas now that have caught fire, one being the famous one owned by LAMBORGHINI. I don't know who owned the other one, but at least two Sennas now have burnt up, and I've seen at least one 600 LT that started on fire as well. And I have a hint now of what could possibly be causing this. Can't say for sure, but and I'll share some video here of some of those, or at least some clips of some of those other videos, so you can check those out if you haven't seen those yourself. But here is what I have found out. So this is our 600 LT. We've owned it. We've probably put about 500-600 miles on it so far. And one thing you'll notice here as I go up and we look at the exhaust, you'll notice that some of the paint around, I guess, and I'm not a mechanical expert here, so some of the paint around this exhaust tip, it's kind of the exhaust tip comes out here. Everybody knows, there's a catalytic converter in there that gets really hot. That's when people see it kind of shooting the flames. And then people kind of do the revving pulse to shoot the flames out the back. You can do something similar with the 720s, although they come out here on the back, and the Senna as well. And so one of the things that just started happening here in the past couple weeks is that the paint on the inside of the flange here has started chipping off. And normally, and it's on both of them, pretty much both of them, and normally, you might look at that and say, oh, who cares? It's just paint. It's not really a big deal. But everything on the back of this car is designed to deal with the heat dissipation, and it gets really hot back here. So things like this little manifold cover here, this is ceramic coated. This part of the wing on the back is all ceramic coated, so you'll see you've got carbon here, and then it transitions into the ceramic material so that when the flames come over, it doesn't overheat this and cause any fires or issues. And so the fact that some of this paint now is coming off, that's some type of a heat treat paint, and that's some kind of a failure around the powder coating or the heat treatment of that particular metal exhaust piece. And so good chance that, because once that heat shield wears away, it all of a sudden now that heat doesn't dissipate the way it's supposed to. This piece can get really hot. If that piece gets really hot, it can start to melt or cause kind of pressure on some of the other components around it. Some stuff in here, as you can see, is kind of wrapped in a weave, carbon weave. And I can't really get in there to see everything that's inside, but no doubt that this failing, not only aesthetically does it just not look very nice, but it certainly has some type of an impact, negative, on the ability for the exhaust to dissipate some of the heat. So, don't know for sure, so don't want to cause a bunch of panic or paranoia, but if you have a McLaren, you should check that out on yours and see. I did take pictures. I was actually at McLaren Chicago, showed them the pictures, showed them the video, and they sent it into McLaren to have them kind of look at it and give an opinion. It's one of those things you want to detect early because it doesn't take much. I mean, if that overheats and again ends up, you get a flame that sticks and doesn't dissipate, all of a sudden you could have an issue. So not sure, again, if that's the issue that's causing some of the problems that people are having, but definitely something you should look at. Otherwise, no issues with this car. This car is awesome. The wheels that are on the car, those are the stock wheels. I actually have the aftermarket wheels that I bought, the Anarchy wheels. Those are in the back of the truck. I picked those up today, and I'll be mounting those here shortly. And so I've got those loaded up, and there's the lug nuts, and we'll be putting those on here in a few minutes. Got the Ferrari outside, and the Panamera, which I still need to do a review on. That'll be coming soon. But aside from that, this car is absolutely awesome and have not had any issues. Just about to, I think, 900 miles right now. And so that, and I myself have not really, I bought the car with about 250 miles on it. I did not, I've not really raced it hard by any means. I've never tracked the car. And I've never shot flames with the car the way you've seen other people do so far with their 600s. Not to say that I won't at some point, but this particular one has not done that to the best of my knowledge. The guy that owned it before me didn't do it to the best of my knowledge. I think he may have tried, but unsuccessful. But either way, this car is supposed to be designed to deal with that. And so even if it had shot flames, it shouldn't be an issue. All right, so that is it. Let me know what you think. Do you know somebody who's got a McLaren, or anybody, maybe you got more information on this than I do? I'll have a follow-up video. McLaren is checking out the pictures to my car right now. They're going to let me know what they think. And, who knows? This may end up being a recall item. Maybe they've got to either repowder coat them or ceramic coat them. I'm not sure what that material is on there. Or replace the parts altogether. But certainly a high visibility item. I will let you know. If you have any thoughts, comments, leave them below. And if you don't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We would really appreciate it. Give us a like, give us a comment, hit the bell for notifications on future videos. And thanks for watching. We'll talk to you in the next video. See ya.